Hello everyone. So today I'm going to tell you 7 new interesting tips that will help you to go through the IELTS journey. So in my previous video, I have told you that what is IELTS, who can sit for this examination, and what is the purpose of the examination. And at the end, I told you what are the areas that you have to study to go through this exam, and what are the 2 types of test attempts that you can do when you go to the IELTS examination. So today in my video, I'm going to give you 7 new tips that will help you to go through the IELTS examination, how you can go to a very good band score. Number one is you have to assign the test date very well. You have to plan. You have to know when are you going to do the exam, within the next month or within the next 2 months or within the next 3 months. So you have to always set a plan. You have to go to the examination department, or else through online you can book a test date. So make sure that you have a plan to study for the examination. You have to have a test date before you go to the examination. Then number 2 is decide on the test type that you want to attempt. So there are mainly 2 main test types that I have told you before. Number 1 type is computer-based test. If you're very well equipped with the computer knowledge, if you're highly skilled with the technology, and if your typing speed is really high, then you can go through the computer-based test. Then number 2 test type is paper-based test. It's the traditional way of having the paper with you physically, and then you are going to do the examination, right? Then number 3 tip, get acquainted with the test type that you have selected. That means you have to get in touch with the way how the exam is being structured, the format of the paper. What is the time? What are the time constraints that you have to finish the exam? So you have to go through and get in touch really close to the exam. You have to get in touch how you are going to score in the examination. Then the next tip that I'm going to give you is learn about the scoring system. What are the areas that you have to score really well to have very good band score? So it's an important thing, right? So you have to look the marking scheme. You have to look what are the areas that you can score really well, what are the difficult areas, and how you're going to improve these difficult areas while you do more and more practice tests. So you have to learn about the scoring system really well. Okay, then we are going to the next tip. I'm going to give you the next tip. You have to be familiarized with the band score and what they indicate. So if you're applying for a job, for instance, you want to go to Canada, and then they're asking you 8.5, like that, a band score. So you have to be familiarized with the exam band score. If not, it will be difficult for you to score in the examination, right? So if you are a student, you are going to plan for your master's in future. So if that campus that you have selected is asking you for a band score for around 7.5, then again you have to be familiarized with how you are going to score well in all the 4 areas and how the overall band score will affect you. Okay, then the next tip that I'm going to give you today is you have to make a point to practice in English. So in some sources, I have seen that they are going to practice IELTS in Sinhala, but it's not the way, right? You have to go through always in English, because IELTS is an internationally accepted worldwide examination. So again, you are the non-native speakers in English. They are testing your English knowledge. You have to think in English. You have to read, write, and speak in English, and listening too. So always get in time to practice with so much of vocabulary terms, idioms, and there are many other areas that you have to study regarding the grammar. that you have to make always to practice always in English. Then the last tip that I'm going to give you today is always make a study plan. So you have to make a study plan. I know some of you may be working, some of you may be in the academic field, you may be still studying. So again, take some time from your daily routine, allocate some specific time slots for you to study for this examination. Okay, so I think you got so much of insights and so much of techniques that you can practice the IELTS examination really well. So I hope to give you more and more tips how to face the examination in a really easy way so that it will be beneficial for you in your IELTS journey. Thank you for listening.